You know, Caliph, I think you're the first Grammy winner we've had on Highstreet.
It gets so easy like that too. You almost don't believe it.
Like
I can relate.
Has to, you know
I
what I'm
relate.
saying?
I can go and call a label tomorrow and have a meeting.
Like
a Highstreet cook-off.
Stop, Dallas.
And it's funny because I always wanted to come here, but I was like, it's gonna naturally happen.
Before you answer, let's all do the hard cross like J. Rose.
I can't even.
Let's get serious, guys. You experienced something that everybody dreams of.
This is like
real subtle with it.
what?
I don't like how this is starting off. Talk about talent. I got 3 Grammys before signing.
What about the freak offs? You doing getting any freak offs?
No. This area is a small market.
Yo, Dallas. Yo, you see what I'm talking about? You
I will say, we not known for that.
condone-
It was almost like I'm going into the draft for the championship break already.
They can't pay $350 for a fucking
A lot
master.
of
No,
these,
but
a lot
that's
of our audience is
no,
scammers
don't
and
be
dealers.
tight.
They can afford
No,
it.
stop. Don't get me tight.
It's hate, but it's hate that lays on a bed of love. This,
Stop
right?
being oppie.
This
Dallas.
Are you the Punisher?
That's crazy. If I get 100K, it's clip for everybody.
But niggas will pay a band to do a 10-minute set in front of niggas that don't want to see you. That are not
also
there to
stupid.
see.
I'm gatekeeping that one, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna tell them.
No, give it
You
to
know
the
what I'm saying?
people, dude. Nobody
bro,
gives a fuck about
yes,
that.
Some
they
people do.
do.
Some people. The thing about this industry, a lot of people fail to realize.
We already got one
Yo,
oppie.
what's up with this?
rubbing
Yo,
off
what's up with this
Don't be
oppie
no-
energy, man? Getting the bread, I'm getting those people. Energy doesn't lie. Honestly, 100 grand, people. Oh.
Right, for your
It's what you're fed.
for what you want to see.
You can make a banger with a dickhead. No one wants that.
I feel like you just lost yourself that point because that sounds delicious.
Find out the people that Interscope hires, the smaller companies, and do that with those people.
Losing all your old sessions versus never saving a new one.
You're crazy.
That's a good one.
We've been on a road to riches, getting to this chicken. From dust to the soap niggas use to wash their dishes. Palms itching, one mean is coming in and the other mean is on its way out. So pay attention to the signs your body give you. A different tone from what Pilates get you. A lack of knowledge from the source could fuck your vibe up with a lot of issues. Look, it's a different story every month. Still we let it fuck us up. Tell me what you running from, I'll say it back and sum it up. We seem to only listen when it's coming from another one. So I just see a mirror when my brothers bring their struggles up. So fuck it up, that's how I motivate a nigga. Take my kindness for weak and I'm a Novocaine, nigga. I don't really feel the shit, sounding like a hater, nigga. Panicking like Anakin, I turn to Darth Vader, nigga. Take you to the dark side, came up on the park side. Win and lose, this nigga's drawing for me, those are mob ties. Get it, nigga, drive tie, you talking to the wrong guys. We don't do the pork, but you might just end up hog tied. Then we go and split and race home like the apartheid. Okay, enough of the tough shit, it's time to show your soft side. The part of you that cares about the health and wealth of all minds. Showing love while niggas hating on you's at an all time. Peaceful as a bonsai, shorty say she all mine. I took her V and watched her cherry blossom for the wrong guys. That's deep, nigga, on a run, so I passed up on it like a flea flicker. The trick playing like she love me every time she leave niggas. Like, oh, you think I'm these niggas and these niggas is me, nigga? I gave her inner peace, but she couldn't find a peace in them. Barking up the wrong trees just to find a leaf in them. Only to realize I'm one of one when she leaving them. Peace.
To the gas.
Yeah, came out fire, dude. Good shit, man. Good shit. You know, Caliph, I think you're the first Grammy winner we've had on Highstreet.
Oh,
so
let's get it.
Let's
get it.
Welcome to Caliph.
I love being the first one to bring that to Highstreet. That's fire, man. That's fire.
Hey, J. Rose, we doing laptops tonight?
No, I'm just wrapping up.
Okay. I mean, because I can get mine too, you know.
We can start
I've
making
never
beats.
seen J. Rose without his laptop, so this is very on brand.
He does
You know what I'm
grind.
saying?
He does
That was
grind.
great. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Dallas is great because he's the one person that will it's not even like a sub, but he'll call it out like so crazy.
Like a
It's
white professor, right?
It's like, yeah, man. So I heard the feds got you.
Yeah.
This is like
real subtle with it.
what? It's just like what?
No, it's some police shit. Let's be real. Because I got stopped with my homie once and he had this crazy shit he just got arrested for. He was out on bail though. And then the cop was like, yo, man, that stuff on your record's crazy, huh? And that's how they talk. That's how they get the information, bro.
Yeah, dude. You got to be nice. You know, I heard
pissed off. Piss him off.
I heard,
gotta be nice.
I heard the way to really get the truth out of somebody is to just keep them talking.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's why you shut the fuck up.
They like that's why they'll keep you in there for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then some people, and I've seen, if you ever watched like the first 48, they've gotten people to confess just by letting them talk. Be like, yeah, man, that was crazy. He did that to you, huh? And then he's like, no. And then they talk, and then boop, guilty knowledge, bang, you're done.
You know why? Because people want to get that shit off their chest.
Yeah,
you know, if they start to feel like they're safe with you at all, just fucking spill it.
Yeah, it's over. It's
see,
out of there.
see how I don't like how he said that, bro.
I don't like how this is starting off talking about tellers. You talking about tellers? You know what I mean, like,
No, I'm talking about people confessing on themselves.
New Bedford already got a bad brand with that. You heard the whole like the snitch podcast that came out about New Bedford.
You were telling us about that, weren't
insane.
you? Yeah.
I'm like, dang, bro. Like, okay, now New Bedford is known for this, bro. Nah, bro. We not. Yo,
Yeah, no,
we not known for that.
We're not condoning
The guy
that.
who runs that was around here like a couple days ago, right out in front of that bar you just did that video in front of.
So Caliph, man, like you experienced something that everybody dreams of, winning those Grammys.
Yeah, man, amazing.
There was a before and an after. Like there was days leading up to the experience that led you to win that Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
When whatever was going on in your career, you were just, I don't know. I didn't know you back then, so you were messing around, making music, whatever.
Yeah, well,
right?
The main reason why I even was invited to that was because I'm an immigrant. And I'm a DACA recipient, meaning I'm a dreamer. I have to renew my paperwork every few years to keep living in America legally. Around that time, though, Mr. Trump was president for the first time, and he made it harder for us to renew our paperwork. So something that takes 3 to 4 months took 9 months for me. But I'm living in Fenway. I have like a tech job. I'm doing my thing. And then like now I lose the job, lose the crib, lose my savings because like I can't legally work. I can't legally drive. I can't legally, anything you need your social security number, I can't do legally. So it was like a really tough time for me. And I actually was thinking about just getting like an under the table construction job, stop making music. And then literally that week, Doug Davis, Clive Davis's son, but also to his own merit, one of the top music lawyers in the industry, if not the #1 music lawyer in the industry, just literally DM'd me out of nowhere. And you get those DMs back then, you'd get a verified account that DM'd you, mad followers. You kind of do the research, like, is this real? Like, but it was really real. And he was like, yo, like, we've been watching you since you went, because I went to DC in 2016 and 17 to protest for the DACA recipients, so that we can like get like some type of amnesty or a way to get our green cards, because the idea of it is we were brought here by our parents. So we're not the ones who chose to cross the border. We were children. So why do we get punished for that? So we were trying to figure out a way to citizenship, a path to citizenship. Because it's like, I came here at 7. I don't know home like I know here. This is home, But back to the job situation, literally that week he DMs me. I responded. He's like, do you want to come to Miami tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, we've been paying attention to your music. You're actually one of the only immigrants that we know that's fully pursuing music and rapping about that. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, I kind of like have to, yeah, then I went to Miami. We recorded the music. I was supposed to do one verse and they were going to do like put like a bigger artist on it. But they liked the verse I did so much, they asked me to do another one. A lot of people don't know this, but I write everything in my head. So like, I was pacing outside in a circle, and like the composer, he walked out and watched me, and his name is John Diversi. He was like, he always tells this story. He's like, this dude was just walking around downloading words. I just, you know what I'm saying? And then I came back to the studio, recorded it, and then after that, it turned into like 3 months later, they're like, hey, I think we're getting nominated. And then after that, it was like, yo, come to the Grammys.
Why don't you write on paper?
Great question, because a lot of people don't know the history. I have terrible handwriting.
You could type it.
Yeah, well, here's another thing. I lost 2 iPhones before the iCloud era with 300 notes each. I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to actually lose my head.
Yeah, there's only one way you can guarantee it, right?
At that point, everything I would write, by the time I'd be done writing it, I already memorized it. So I kind of just picked up the pattern. It's like A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, D.
Do you ever use like voice memos? Like if you like forget?
Nah. Sometimes, but it's funny. When I use a voice memo, I never make that song.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's like weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
I ain't gonna lie. The only person, I've only had one session.
I think I know what you're going to say.
In my life. And it was Benny.
It was Benny, yeah, right?
Yo, bro, you was there, right?
Yeah.
Yo, bro, Yo, bro, you can ask him, bro. So we playing the beat. It was your beat, right?
Yeah, my beat.
Yeah. So
Last Days.
So yep. So him, Last Days. Shout out Last Days. Shout out Benny too. But I remember, bro, I'm sitting there. It's me at the boards. Dallas is sitting. Last Days. I think his manager, right, or somebody.
Benny's manager was there. Last finished his verse.
Yeah.
Last one
And
crazy.
then, yo, Benny was just sitting, bro, like the same way you are, just staring, bro.
Yep.
Yo, bro, 45, like
Not 40, it's 20. It was like 20 minutes. If
yeah,
that.
it was like 20 minutes, bro. And
Said, run the beat.
bro, when I tell you, like, he wasn't even like shaking his head. He was just like,
Bro, that's exactly what it's like, bro.
yo,
Yeah.
bro, I'm talking like
Locked
30
in.
minutes, bro. And all he was like, punch me in. I'm like, all right, he's probably gonna try to. I look at Dallas and I'm like, all right, he's probably gonna try to.
He's got some ideas.
Yeah, he got some ideas.
Nah.
Yo,
24
bro,
bars.
One take.
Straight, bro.
And then at the end, he goes, He said, let me do it again one more time.
Yeah.
But the first take was immaculate. And I'm just like, I know niggas that can do that, but like for someone like him that writes at such a certain, I would say like criteria in his mind, the way he need the criteria it
Like
needs
the bars, the level.
the way it needs
Yeah.
to be formatted for him,
Yeah.
it's not your average like
Yeah.
I could just like
I can
he
relate.
has to. You know
I
what I'm
relate.
saying?
Shit's crazy, bro.
But for you to write it, memorize it, pocket.
But see, I'll tell
you know
you.
what I'm saying?
I'll
like,
tell you.
It's a lot of.
Now, I'm going to tell you.
I take
that
my hat off to
that's the
anybody
answer.
that has that talent for sure.
That's the answer. You just said it. We don't remember words. We actually like remember the moment. Like
Yeah.
you
Like
remember
the
the
feeling,
sound, the
yeah.
pocket,
Yeah.
and if that's what you remember, because it's funny. Sometimes I can't remember a lyric until the beat plays. It's almost like that's the memory card. Like
That's
the
what this
beat
nigga
plays,
C4 be
then
saying.
it comes back. You know what I
Triggers
mean?
it.
And then I just
Yeah.
start flowing and it just goes. But yeah, that's the exact feeling. You just kind of zone out. And you just go. And it actually makes you a better writer because you rely on the last lyric for the next lyric. So then it makes your lyrics fit together better. The punchlines roll over to the next line, like you know, the trick play line after saying the passed upon it like a flea flicker, the trick playing, like, you know, it just makes it easier to go to the next line, you know?
I give y'all credit for even being able to do that, bro. It just requires a certain amount of like you got to be a critical thinker to even be able to process certain things like
You
that.
see the noggin, bro? You know what I mean? It's a lot of storage up there, you feel me?
No, and
Infinity terabyte, you know?
And I know what you mean though, because I've seen people put together
Yo,
whatever on the mic, and it'd be like, oh, it's a cool little hook, maybe a few words, and it's repetitive, but it's good, and you flow right. But it's like, damn, those were bars, multi-syllable shit going on, like mad intricate shit. You're like, damn, that was like a triple entendre, nigga. You said that in your head? Like that's a next level.
I mean, hey, man, I'm a believer, man. Shout out to Allah, man. I feel like God is my ghostwriter, man. I feel like
God is my ghostwriter is a fire-ass name for your album.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of gas.
That's an amazing talent. It's really nice as an engineer when somebody can do that.
it's fun.
Because I love a good punch in, all that type of session, but like that can be a grind. You guys know.
Yeah, I'd rather just get right into mixing.
Yeah, like let's lay it down and work on it. You know, let's not spend 2 hours recording. But
I love
sometimes
tracking
that's
is
the writing
cool.
process, so it's
Yeah,
all good.
I ain't gonna
Tracking
lie.
is cool,
I'm a let's spend 2 to 4 hours recording it. And
Oh, you
I'm
like to
both.
mix
It's a-
while you
he's like
record
a
too,
vocal-
right?
yeah,
you
like
say.
yeah. I have certain people that be like, yo, bro. Like I'll tell them like, yo, bro, tell me if you're just trying to record
Right.
and not have me do nothing until you're done.
Mm.
Cause I'm the type of person, bro, where like if you record a piece, C4 no, he right there. If I hear something, bro, and I like, let's say you record the first 8 bars,
Mhm.
and if I feel there's mad shit that I hear with the beat drop, bro, I'm doing everything.
Bro, I love
right
that.
there.
I
Yeah,
actually
Like I
love
can't
that.
like because if I keep going, I'm like for me everything's a moment. Like
Yeah.
everything's a like even when I write, I don't like I've never written really off of like I write in like emotion wise. Like it's a feeling to me. It's kind of like, you know, like when you're on stage and you can that moment is about to happen and the stage about to go crazy. Like in the writing format, but it's the same way how I mix. Like when I mix, I see it like as the most like climax part of the record where like shit is about to get crazy. But certain people are like, yo, don't even do nothing. Let me just
Nah,
record.
I'm the opposite, bro. Like if you do that, the song, I'm gonna make the song better and better as you are as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if I lay down 16 for you and you start getting crazy, the hook's gonna get crazier. And then like, because
What
we're
if
gonna
you-
start working towards that. You
What
feel
if you
me?
lay down 3 bars though, and he's like, "Hold up, I need to do this fucking
Then the
filter
other-
and
the other
a
three
reverse
is about to be
reverb."
crazy.
He'd be like, I like
then
that
that
word,
means I
hold
got 12 in my head that need to come out. Like I'm
So
like,
you're
yo,
like, let's go.
yeah.
right.
One thing too, like I'm very sensitive to like noises while I'm doing it because like, especially if it's fresh, like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, yo, I just did this. Cause like I'll do this too. Like I'll walk around with the beat, make it, store it. Then I'll go to the studio and they'll be like, yo, let's get it. And I'm just like, whole song. You know what I'm saying? Like whole song, you know, because it's like I said, the beat is the memory card. You know, once the beat plays, it brings me to it. I don't know if you noticed before we were going, I was going over the freestyle.
Yeah.
And then like as soon as the beat hit, it just happened. You know, I was just in the moment. You know, that's really what it is.
Is the way that you memorize it like you think of 1 line, then 2
Yeah, I was
lines,
gonna ask
then
that
3
too.
lines,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's like
patterns.
That's what I meant by the ABC.
Yeah, I think you said that, right?
A,
Yeah,
B, C,
yeah,
D, E,
yeah.
right? You kind of like go 1, 2, and then you keep going. By the time you're at bar 8, you already know it because you repeated those bars to figure out the next bar. Like
it's
I'm
like
repeating
12
it.
days
and
of Christmas. Like
yeah, the next
Partridge in a Pear Tree.
literally, right?
You
12
really
bars
only
a
have
leaf.
to. You really only have to remember one
It's-
ending
it's,
rhyme word, really, to like memorize a whole stanza if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You can just be like, oh, that was the rhyme. Boom.
That's
all the
true,
words.
but not like at the same time because like the words lead. I always say this, right? The words leading up to that ending word, that's what makes the bar, right? So for me, I got to remember the whole thing. Like it's actually every word reminds me of the next word. You know what I mean? Everything reminds me of the next thing.
You're like
you
a
know what I
large
mean?
language model.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you that like again, I give y'all niggas credit. Like even C4 start like freestyling like 12 minutes, nigga.
Yeah,
I be
nah,
like,
he's one of my favorite freestylers.
I'll be like,
bro.
yo, dog.
Shout out
like,
C4, man.
I'll be
for
like, yo,
real.
where? Like, I'll be like, yo, bro, where is it? Like, where does it? Like, where is it? Like, I would have stopped at like 45. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, already at 45, my brain's gonna start to like.
I can almost guarantee everybody who does that has ADHD because that's literally what I'm using. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just put the ADHD in a box. The beat is the box, and I just let my mind bounce in that beat.
ADHD in a box is a slogan
Literally.
mixtape, man.
Also, too, you rap to a certain point. You get to a certain point as a rapper where you could actually do that. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I was rapping for so long before I lost those 2 phones and was like, yo, what is going on?
I
Like,
feel like,
just
you-
lost
I feel like
hold
these
on.
2 phones
Why are
is
you
a real
losing 2
traumatic.
phones so much?
I ain't gonna lie to you,
Bro,
bro. I've recently got hacked.
200 notes on each. That's 400 songs,
Yo,
bro.
bro,
Like,
I recently got hacked and I lost everything that gang on iPhone, contacts, photos, notes. I mean, everything like wiped clean, bro. I had a whole new iCloud.
Bro, these hackers, bro, do you think like the people that take your fucking identity like should go to hell?
Yes.
I think they should go to
Absolutely,
fucking hell, bro.
absolutely, bro. What?
Right?
You should perish, bro.
Bro, during COVID,
you
they were
should
the worst,
fucking
bro.
Nah,
perish.
Alone, you
bro.
don't think-
I do.
You do,
I
yeah.
agree.
Like,
get them out of here.
no, bro. If you're a hacker,
fucked
bro,
up.
you need to like. I don't wish death upon nobody, bro, but you need something terrible to happen to you, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like you've caused people chaos, dog.
Just
like,
ruin
It's
your
just wild.
life.
This is the same thing as like identity theft.
For sport, dude.
Yeah, that's what I mean is
That
identify.
sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, same shit. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, bro, how you been since that happened? Like, have you been
To
like,
keep it
is it
that-
rejuvenating or is it
nah,
like,
to keep
nah,
it that,
it's
bro,
not
it was
good?
just like 2 weeks of like nonstop. Because again, I have like 3,000 plus contacts. You feel me? And it's crazy contacts. Like if you look at the name, you're like, this is someone very important. Let me, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, those people are like, nobody really has my number to even do that. So they thinking it's me. You feel me? So it was a lot of people like sending bread. A lot of people like
sending threats.
Nah, it wasn't like that. It was either, yo,
That's why
can you
you-
send me like $400 because I'm at the store and my debit card is
Crazy.
down or whatever. And
Makes you look
my
insane.
people,
So
my
bad,
people be
so
like,
bad.
yeah, bro, like, here you go. Like, all right, bro, I'll
they're
send
like,
it to
they're
you.
like, damn,
But
Jay.
then after they
Yeah,
send it,
nah.
it'd be like, yeah, bro, can you send me another $250? They're like, yo, bro, are you asking me for 400? And then I'm just like, because I had 2 phones. So yeah, bro, yeah, it was bad, but it's died down a little bit. But it's just mad people that either think that they don't got my number no more, or it's just. But I mean, like, maybe y'all can relate. Like once you get to a certain level, like in the industry, or like I would say it, and I mean industry, whatever industry that is, like music. Like whatever your industry is, I mean industry standard. Like once you reach that capacity, like contacts they're accessible, but you have to treat them with care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's not something where it's
because
like
you expect those people to treat you with care too.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So like something like that, a breach of information is something very serious to certain people. So
Absolutely, for
it's,
sure.
it's
That's not fun.
Yeah, I would have.
But we here though. Fuck the hacker.
I wish you luck. You gotta bounce back from that. You will. It's nothing,
Fuck
bro.
that,
It's light.
man.
It's light, man.
Believe me, you're in town because you're doing a big show on May 30th,
Mass
right?
represent, man.
And that's
Mass
why
represent.
App and Lenni are in the back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Guys from HypeHub
Yes,
putting
sir.
it all
These guys
together.
brought me home, man, in a beautiful way because like we have a great venue in New Bedford called The Vault, and it's not really used by hip hop so much. So this is really like the first like hip hop show that highlights artists from Massachusetts, and I love that like it's all people from different parts of Massachusetts and then myself being in New Bedford, and then just like it's a cool thing, like the Secret City thing I told you about. It's kind of cracking that. Like, it's not a secret anymore. Come to New Bedford as an artist in Mass and come enjoy yourself. And we're like a tourist attraction type of city. There's a lot of history there. So it's cool for people to come and like enjoy the place. But I'm just excited, bro. It's been a while since I've performed around here. And like doing something like that is going to be huge for me. I keep telling them I'm throwing a party up there. Like there might be a song that'll drop and I'm just dancing and that's it. And then the next record, I'm rapping. You feel me? Like, I'm trying to have a good time.
The lineup's crazy. Will and then who's on? Pull that mic up there for yourselves.
The lineup is insane. I love the lineup.
Crazy.
What's good, everybody?
What up?
What's good, Will?
Perdón, discúlpame.
What's
What's
Was
up,
that
everybody?
Italian
How we
brain
doing?
That was
Nah,
for us three.
that was a little bit of Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, Mass Represent. We're real excited about it. Boy, has this been an education and show throwing. And Caliph has been an amazing part of it with us. He's really part of the team. You know what I'm saying? And we're just going out. You know, you just saw a video that dropped today. I'm sure a lot of people saw it. You know,
shout out to Isha for that. She edited that. She edited that well.
Isha.
Oh, that was Isha who did that?
Yeah.
That's fire.
Isha.
No, just brilliant
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, you have
and
to yell her name out now.
yeah, we just trying to throw some concerts, you know, some amazing concerts, you know, bring some amazing people out and just have a great time. It's gonna be a party, honestly, for 5 hours.
Literally, I think so too. Because everybody's like everybody's an entertainer on that list. Like it's somebody who's like, okay, I have a pen, I can write, I could be a rapper, but like they go outside of their comfort zone to do other things as well. So that's the fun thing about the show is everybody is very eclectic and can do so many different things as artists, you know?
Well, everybody on that lineup's got it.
Yeah,
that's
I appreciate it.
I
appreciate it.
I think I've seen
thing,
most of these people
you know?
perform and they always go crazy. Key's a crazy performer. Isha, I've never seen you perform yet. Trill, I've seen Trill. I don't know, but Trill's nasty.
I got some guests coming too from my set from out here. It should be fun. I'm excited for real. Should be a lot of fun. And I get to introduce my city to people that I like, you know, respect their art, and I want them to be able to feel comfortable there. So I'm like, yo, let's make it a day. I want them all to come early. If y'all want to slide early, we'll make it a day and just have fun all day. Go to the beach, go to the Portuguese restaurants, Cape Verdean restaurants.
Cape Verde, I need some
Good
cachupa,
eats.
nigga. What's up?
Yo, I can't have cachupa anymore. So
Wait.
Bro,
This is traumatic. We need to talk about this. Why?
Bro, I am a Muslim, Portuguese, and Cape Verdean man. You
Oh,
understand
God.
like how
How
much
many
food I
families
can't
you got,
have?
motherfucker?
Well, I was born in Senegal, but I'm Cape Verde. I'm Guinean from my dad's side.
Okay.
And then I'm Cape Verdean and Portuguese from my mother's side.
And you look Dominican.
And I look Dominican.
Okay, that's
Que
a
lo
lot.
que?
You know what's crazy is like you going back and that's like your city and doing the show there. And I got to bring this up just because it literally just happened. Like, I know it's technically not Cambridge, but that Millie show on Saturday.
Fire.
It was crazy. You were there?
Fire. No, I wasn't.
Oh,
These
bro.
guys were. I think it's fire what Millie's is doing. Because Millie's is shedding a light on Boston in a way that some artists that make it out of Boston won't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he was like, he announced it before he performed. You know, like while he was performing, he's like, yo, even people on my team said I should have done House of Blues, that I couldn't fucking sell this shit. Bro, there were
Yeah,
people
and then
waiting
he did
outside for 2
MGM.
hours, bro.
I think after this, people have to respect Millie's.
Yeah, bro, that show was crazy.
Should have respected him before
I think
that.
people
but-
choose not. I think people choose not to respect
hey,
Millie's.
I mean,
it's
not
hate,
like
bro.
just like there's a certain capacity where like you just cannot.
It's
Deny.
undeniable, bro.
Here's my theory on all this, right? My theory on all this is this. This area is a small market.
Mhm.
The industry is not looking too hard into this area for artists.
Facts.
So every artist feels like they're chomping at the bits. So if somebody looks like they're doing better at you at chomping at those bits, you kind of are going to kind of be reluctant to show them love because you're like, damn, da-da-da.
So is that why you left, because of the mentality here, or you just felt like you needed the opportunity that LA would provide you?
It was a combination of
Because
the
it was
two.
happening. Because like you were winning the Grammys when you were still living here.
I was
right?
here, yeah.
So
I was
like,
here.
dude, you're fucking winning Grammys. Like, what are you leaving for? You know?
Well, I left because of that. Like there were a lot of opportunities and meetings I had in LA with like said label, you know what I mean? I had like 4 or 5 different meetings because like then again, like you got to think about it. It's not just the Grammys, it's the relationship I built with Doug. And Doug represents so many people in the industry. He can just call and say, hey, I want this artist to pull up. So he kind of plugged me in with a few people.
It's easier to be closer to the where the gig is.
So then I was just there, just working and just trying to like get to that next level. The same way I came to Boston from New Bedford. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, I'm in Boston. I think I also felt like I know I get this feeling when I feel like I've plateaued somewhere. You know what I mean? Okay, every show I do here is selling out now. When I drop, it's either super love or super hate. Okay, cool. All right, it's time to leave and go start fresh somewhere else. And it's always like another place. Before I went to LA, I went to New York for 2 summers and I was in Miami for 4 months. So I was just like trying places out just to see what the vibe was. But LA, I'll tell you the real reason I went to LA. There are these flowers called bougainvillea there in LA. They're these very hot pink flowers that grow on like walls, you know?
Okay.
See, you know what I'm talking about. He's seen them.
C4 knows.
C4 has seen them. And the last time I
seen a lot.
The last time I've seen those flowers, I was actually like in like preschool in Senegal. So like it had like an impact on me, and it reminded me of home. And then the beaches, the Western Coast, they build their homes out of cement like we do. And like, you know, like it was like, you know what? This is the place I need to be for my music and my art, but it reminds me of home. Like I'm genuinely happier in LA as a person.
Here's what I've been thinking about with like the moving away thing. You know, so it sounds like you had some pretty valid reasons. Like you had maxed out your opportunities here. You had some great opportunities there.
Yeah.
It's time to go. You guys familiar with the Valley of Despair concept with entrepreneurship?
Nah, let me know. Put it
So
on.
it's the reason why, or you know, theoretically, there's plenty of reasons, right? But it's the reason why a lot of entrepreneurs just continuously like stay down here and their shit never takes off. And the concept is when you start something, right, you are uninformed optimistic. So you're like, I think this looks awesome. I want to do it. I think I can do it. I don't really know what it entails, but I'm going to go for it, right? So you start. And then you reach a point where it's not working. So you become informed pessimistic. And that's when you fall into the valley of despair because you're like, damn, I don't know if I can do this. So then you see a new thing. Oh, I could go do that. And you jump to that. And then you repeat that cycle over and over again, right? But if you're talented enough, right, and you've got what it takes, if you ride that out, you reach a point of informed optimism where you say, I know how hard this is. I know what it takes. I know what I don't know. But I think I can do this shit.
Yeah. My biggest fear is complacency, bro. If I have one fear in this world, it's complacency. Because I've seen it ruin a lot of people's lives in front of me. You know what I mean? People get too comfortable. People get comfortable with being the man in the city. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, like, okay, but that's not changing your family's life, bro. You know what I mean? That doesn't feel good at the end of the day, right? Because you're the man in the city. And a lot of times those people that are showing you love, when you leave, it's the opposite. You know what I mean? There's a thin line between love and hate. You know what I mean? A moment can switch that. So I just don't like complacency. So if anything starts to feel like I'm just doing the same thing over and over like the same results, it was like, all right, cool. Yeah, it's time to go and grow somewhere else. I look at it like more like, okay, New Bedford is like high school ball. I'm shitting. All right, Boston, I'm in college. You know what I'm saying? I'm shitting. Okay, it's time to go to the league. And I don't want to go through the G League. I'm trying to go to the league. You know what I mean? So I just went to where it was really hot. And at the same time, it worked. Like I signed a great deal, fulfilled that. And that now like I can still go back. And I had signed with Sony through Integral, which is the group that's actually from here. If anybody uses Symphony OS, like to promote their music, it's the same people, you know what I mean? Some people from here who went out there on the tech side and the music side. And then where I'm at now, it's like, all right, I could go back to Sony like tomorrow, but I want to build something on my own so that we can have a partnership conversation. And it's not just them signing me. You know what I mean? I want to be able to do business with people.
I feel like that's the right way to go for most artists, unless you're like, you know, like try to build your own shit up. And then if it's an advantageous partnership, take it. Like, unless you're giant, I don't feel like labels are all that necessary.
It's the only way to have any leverage in that boardroom.
Yeah.
Period.
Literally.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just how it is. Like, you have to build your own thing. You have to not need them. before they'll actually start to.
Literally.
Yeah, they gotta need you.
And you know how I compared it to like going to the league and all that?
Right.
Like I got I got 3 Grammys before signing, right? So like it was almost like I'm going into the draft with a championship break already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I got rings already. So like let's talk, you know what I mean?
It's like you went to the Olympics and got a gold medal.
Yeah.
Before you went to the NBA.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's like. You know what I mean? And it's like, it felt amazing, but at the same time, it made some of those conversations tough because it was like, all right, well, you got this as a part of a group. You know what I mean? What can you do by yourself? I'm like, yo, I got to the group because of what I did by myself.
It was me, motherfucker.
You know what I mean? It was me. Like they told me, I walked in the building in the studio, and they were like, hey, can you sign these releases? We're gonna make you like the main face of this. I was like, what? They were like, yeah, you pursue music and you're an immigrant. So we're gonna make you the guy to like go here, go there, this, that. I'm like, all right, cool. Signed it. I was like, let's go. And you know, you take a risk and you land on your feet. Sometimes you don't, but you learn how to land every time you don't. So then you gotta like land on your feet. And I think where I'm at, I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy where I'm going with where I'm going. I can go and call a label tomorrow and have a meeting. I could call Doug and like, yo, can you set me up with this person and that person and have a meeting? But I'm not doing that because I have ideas. I want to build things that are bigger than music, and music is just like gonna open the door, you know?
The other thing I think about when it comes to like moving away is how necessary is it these days? You know what I mean? Because you got countless examples of people that are from a small town in the middle of nowhere but blew up on TikTok or social media of any kind, you know? And so you can absolutely do that. So I wonder, like, that's why I think about the Valley of Despair thing, because a lot of people, I think, you know, you had opportunities calling for you, but a lot of people are just like, it's not happening. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna move.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that.
No, bro. And I think there is still something to being in the vicinity of other people in a certain level, because like streamers do it, bro. Like there's a whole fucking like lineup of streamers that are the biggest streamers on Twitch, Kick, all of that. They live in Austin. You know what I mean? And then that's why the artists that go to LA, the comedians are all going to Austin. You know, comedians go on tour. They don't need to stay in one city, but why they're all moving to one place? The collaboration that happens, the cross fan basing, you know, and it's all relationship based, right? So like if I'm in front of you, and I learned this because I work in sales, it's like you can ignore an email all day long, or you could be like, you could forget about me. But if I'm in front of you all the time, we're at the same event, we're doing this, we're doing that. He's like, yo, we got it. We should do that. We should do that. The parties that happen.
It's a risk though, right? And you know, because there's like LA's filled with fucking junkies that move there to try to get famous and didn't make it.
And actual junkies.
You know what I mean? So it's like you're leaving all of your resources behind. All of your support network behind.
Yeah, but if you're really good and if you love this shit, you will get those resources back.
It made too much sense for me not to go. Like that's what it was. You know what I mean?
For you,
like,
it
made too much sense for me not to go. And I just was like, all right, cool, I went. And then I came back for 2 years. I was back here. And I actually like came back, was vibing with everybody, but I also felt that plateau again. I was like, bro, all right, cool. I'm gonna go back. You know what I mean? And just is what it is. It's no hate. Most of us that are out there, the conversation sounds like this. I'm trying to get it to bring it back. That's really like, you know, those of us that are grinding out there, like we have that mentality. Like, yo, I'm trying to go get it and then come bring it back. Okay, perfect example. What did we just talk about? Millie's went to New York. He just brought it back.
Bro, he brought out Jadakiss and Benny, bro.
He literally just brought it back, right? So how could we be mad at that? How could we be mad at something so dope like that, where it's like he took his chances? You know, Millie's was dealing with that same type of hate, right? Like, oh, who's this guy? Da-da-da, right? This, that, and the third. And then he goes, makes a name for himself, too big to hate. Then he comes back and it's like all love. And it's like, yo,
still a little bit hate.
I had to, of course, but you know, and it's hate, but it's hate that lays on a bed of love.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It probably hate starts at just hate. But it's like, it's camouflage love. It's like, dang, I gotta show this guy love. You know what I mean? But it's like, why? Why is that the energy? And that's why we leave, bro. It's like, bro, I'm going mad hard. I'm putting my life story out there. I'm telling you everything that's so personal about me and putting it out there. It's therapy for me. It's not just about becoming a millionaire. So for me to, I'm being myself, and you're telling me that being myself is giving you negative energy, I'm out. I don't fit in this room. So I'm gonna go to a room that appreciates me. You know what I mean? Like, and I have to sit in that room. And one of the greatest experiences I had in LA was a writing camp. Because it's literally a condensed version of being in LA. You have A&Rs in there, producers in there, engineers in there, writers, artists. And like, my first writing camp was for Insecure, the song, the show with Issa Rae, And shout out P who produced the record we just did, right? And bro, it's a 3-day writing camp. Day 1, I'm chilling. I'm trying to like see the lay of the land. First room I'm in, I hear them write, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool. And I ask, yo, what's up? They're like, yo, it's a song. Everybody puts a verse on there. If your verse makes it, they take your verse. And then if it doesn't, they take it off. And, I'm like, all right, bet. Do this shit. All right, bet. First day, I go off. I'm going crazy. Because I'm like, first off, it's during the Ramadan. When I'm fasting, there's no smoking, there's no drinking, there's no none of that. You know what I mean? There's no
mind,
amenities.
energy,
you know what I mean? So I'm as clear-minded as I can be, right?
Exactly.
And like, they're seeing me, like I'm in there like this. They're like, yo, you writing? I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah, I am, but I'm not writing it down. I'm just in there like this. And then I'm like, 16 bars. Leave the room, go to the next room. And then like there was a moment where the homie Deontay Hitchcock, an amazing rapper, Atlanta rapper. If y'all don't know about him, look him up. He left the room. I did a song with Kalen, for real. That's his whole name, Kalen, for real. Great artist from the West Coast. I go to the next room. We did like a hip hop record. I go to the next room. We're doing an Afro record. He walked in the room. He's like, yo, did you just lay that verse down over there? I'm like, yeah. He was like, bro, there's like 5 people in there geeking over that verse, and you're in here making an Afro song now? I'm like, yeah. I'm West African, but I grew up in the Boston area, yada, yada. And then we started chopping up, and now he's a homie just off of that like moment of like, he went from one room to another room and saw the guy, and then like egos are gone. It's like, yo, everybody is invited here. So everybody's great here. So you got to leave that ego out the way and just rock with people. And I think like it was a condensed version of like building with people that are like-minded, that want the same thing as you, and that don't feel the need to push you aside to get what they want. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's beautiful in LA, bro. You could really like fall into a room and that'll change your entire life.
Have you gotten starstruck out there?
All right, so I actually got starstruck one time in my entire life. I've never been starstruck. I met Hove. I met so many people. Bro, this is at the pre-Grammy party. And I met Quincy Jones, didn't get starstruck, right? Like, that was amazing. Bro, I turned around and saw Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and I froze, bro. Bro, I froze. And he was sitting on a table with Doug and them, so I could have gone and sat there and vibed with him, but bro, I literally froze. I was like, and then I just did a head nod. Everybody, I'm going up to them, talking to them. This is the pre-Grammy party. Like, you kind of have to be invited. It's like a big deal. So I'm like in there. I'm chilling with like what's it called? Ray Shrem, all of them, and Mike Will. That's where I sat. But then like I saw that dude, I couldn't say anything. I literally was just stuck. Like, bro, what? I was like, this is what being starstruck is, because for me, he's bigger than just like a basketball player. Like what he did for like the Black community when he was doing his work, you know what I mean? Like, cause for me, like I'm an artist, but you know, it all sits on the bed of like doing things for my community. So I saw him and it was like almost, and we got this, my real name's Abdul. So I'm like, yo, this is like this is like what it can be if I achieve everything, you know what I mean? Messed me up. But yeah, that's the only time I was starstruck, man. It was crazy.
What about the freak offs? You getting into any freak offs?
No.
What kind of transition was
Yo,
that?
Dallas.
Yo,
you see what I'm talking about? You fucking.
I will say this. I will tell you this. I will tell you this. I will tell you this.
Stop
right?
being oppy.
This
Dallas.
Are you the Punisher?
That's crazy. This actually happened. So like the week that the nominations for the Grammys went out, right? You know, like one of the homies from my hometown worked with Diddy. So like I'm getting texts from him. He's like, yo, Diddy's asking about you. I'm like, what do you mean?
Hey, yo.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah,
Put
like
Diddy's gray ass hair photo while we're waiting.
You know what I'm saying? Diddy's asking about you. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, what does this mean? And he was like, yo, how did you guys get the Grammy? Like, what was that? What will like explain it to me? So I sent him the information.
Did he ask you that?
No. The guy that reached out from his camp.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
somebody fucked around.
That's the worst drawing I've ever seen of anything.
Yo.
There's a photo of him like sitting down, like
a rendition of it.
That's right.
Y'all gotta chill, bro.
What happened to
Yo, he
Diddy?
looked like the PJs. You know the sort of PJs?
Yo,
He looked like the cracker for the PJs in that.
Yeah.
Yo, this is all the PJs, bro.
wait, that's kind of close. That one's kind of close.
That courtroom artist hates
Yeah,
him.
so,
it,
but,
right?
yo,
Very good.
thankfully, nothing came of it. I was just like, all right, cool, moved on. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you mad you didn't go?
Am I mad I didn't go? Bro,
It was a complimentary
bro.
bottle of fucking baby oil, bro.
I'm
if
all
you got
set
that.
with the Tusi in it. I'm good. I'm good, brother. I'm all set, brother. You know what I mean? And I mean, also another thing too, like I have gone to parties where those rooms, they're like, oh yeah, this room, you don't want to go in this room. And I'll be like, I know I don't want to go in that room. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like,
you don't even want to take a look?
No, bro, what?
Bro, what?
No.
You don't even want to take a
No,
look.
bro,
Not
that's
at
the
those
first thing you
parties.
never do. You never. Like, it be that curious niggas that stay,
Yeah.
that them niggas get lost.
Next thing you gonna be
Curiosity
giving
killed a
fucking him a
cat
chest
all 9
massage,
times.
dog.
Hey,
All
life is
that-
All 9 times, bro.
life is short, man. You know, you gotta see some
Yo,
shit.
Dallas, stop being oppy, bro.
Yeah, bro. That was crazy.
Yo, bro,
was
stop
crazy.
being mad fucking
Yo.
oppy, bro.
Yo, can't do the Diddy, bro. I can't do that, bro.
So
It's not,
I have a
for
question
me,
for you
bro.
real quick.
What's
If
up?
you had $50,000, what would you do with it?
If I had
Right
$50,000,
now,
what would I do?
right now in the situation you're in, if you had $50,000,
I'm giving 10 to my mom, 10 to my pops, using 30 for my career.
And how are you using that 30?
yeah, the 30.
Marketing.
Specifically, though.
yeah,
Because there's a
specifically,
lot you
okay.
can fucking do.
Like,
you can pay
okay.
one page 30K.
And the reason why I say is because, like, bro, you would imagine like how many people, like, I say respectfully, like we have a lot of artists out here, like in Massachusetts and all that, and like on the East Coast, but you would ask 60% of them about a deal, and they could not tell you.
I mean, I'll use,
know what I'm
this is what I'll
saying?
do.
So
I'll
it's like-
use,
Before you answer, let's all do the hard cross like J. Rose.
Head
guys-
ass.
I can't even hard. Let's get serious, guys. Let's get.
so are you saying like, are you saying the 50K is what I have to use for my music? Or are you saying, nah, I'm not doing that?
Sir.
Are you
He said,
saying
I'm not doing
I'm not
that.
doing it? Are you saying the 50K is like what I get the 50K for my music? Because I thought it was an outside of music thing, and I gotta give bread to the fam. You feel me? But
Oh, yeah,
if it's like
absolutely.
50K for the music, I think it's smart to get a good feature that's not a crazy too high of a
or
number.
better said, what would be the amount that you would be looking at right now to get in your career, and how would that be spent just on your career?
If I get
not-
100K, it's clipped for everybody. I promise it is.
And like, yeah, let's get specific, dude.
Because
Like,
he's already got a head start with that 100K.
But this is the gems right here. How where's that 100K going for you?
So very smart on the features. Not too much of a spend on them, but
you don't feel like they're overpriced?
they can be if you don't build a relationship.
You have to build a relationship first.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
He said
So-
it.
Yeah, because
He
I've heard
said
fucking
it.
Snoop do it
He
for some
said
weed, and
it.
then he
I've
charges
seen it.
$250K the other
All
guy.
prices are variable.
You seen it.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
about building a relationship, right? And if I have 100K, I'm building a team, because like you need like a street team as well, like people that are like gonna represent you when you're not there. You know
And
what
do
I mean?
what for you?
I mean, like there's like ad spend, right? Like you need people who know how to do that, right?
Mhm.
Really, we got ChatGPT, but it's capacity. Like I don't want to sit at the computer doing this while I could be in the studio. You know what I mean? So I already record myself. I can already mix my own stuff. I got, shout out to the Korean AI mastering. I'll put y'all on. It's low key. It's one of the best ones. I'm gatekeeping that one, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna tell them.
No, give it
You know
to
what
the
I'm saying?
people, dude.
I'll give it. Nah, you know what's funny? I'm like the last person to gatekeep for real. Like if you look, I give people mad
We need
resources.
this out here. Yeah,
Alright.
come on.
It's called Munute.ai. MUNUTE.ai.
Oh, I think I saw this on LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's beautiful, bro. Like, and they give you like options of like, well, you get
I
like,
think I saw this on LinkedIn. They recently, I think, put like an article out,
Yeah.
or like they have. Is it like a big? It's a small team of.
it's a small team.
Yeah.
But like, I just,
Called
yeah,
Beacon
So right here.
yeah. And then they have studio mastering too, where you can actually pay somebody to do the mastering for you through their platform. But they use those guys' skills to kind of train the AI models, so you kind of get that.
And that's better than like Ozone.
Ozone, Lander, all those guys. I think it's better to me.
I mean, Ozone, because you get the auto master, then you can tweak it.
Yeah, you could tweak this one. They give you an option where you get like a super master, a natural one, and then just a like regular type of mastering. You know what
What
I
are
mean?
they? So wait, what are they mastering? So is it through LUFS or is it through like RMS? Like what type of mastering is it? Can you choose?
I don't know.
So you're
all
not that type of engineer.
no,
right? You
I'm-
can mix
I'm-
your shit,
yeah,
but
I mix-
you don't trust yourself to master.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
And
so
I'm just learning the mix, to be honest. I created I'm a tech guy. So like when AI came out, I got crazy with the AI and started using it for everything. Like I do graphic and web design anyways, outside of just making music. But I was like, the things that I don't know how to do, now I can use this to teach myself. But bro, you get the right tools, you go to YouTube and there's people that are like, okay, this is Tyler the Creator's sound from this song, Rat Tat Tat Tat. that's how this is the what's it called? The vocal chain.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I copy that exact vocal chain and then start tweaking it for myself. You know what I mean? Based on my voice. And that's really what it is. If your EQ and compression is right, everything else can fall in place well. You know what I mean?
Like, do me a favor. Can you search up $1 million snare on Google?
This nigga's getting crazy, bro.
$1 million.
I ain't paying for that shit.
You know who they are?
I'm not hip with. No, I'm not hip. What is that?
So this is $1 million snare. This is basically the engineer that engineered all these Baby Keems, Doechis, all that. But if you go to Book Now, right, and you go to the first one, that's the senior. Basically, he can master your song for how much it does it say there? $350 per mix or $100 per mix, and he's the same person that mastered basically.
I'll pay for that.
That's
like
very
he's the person that mastered.
That's a very reasonable rate
for a master.
For a master, and if you look at like if you go like go to
reasonable.
Click discography. So I'm giving y'all some shit right now, but this is everything he's mastered. So
he mastered Michael. That's crazy.
You could basically reach out to him, and if you go to Book Now, you can go to him or his assistant, and I think they have somebody else.
Not like us.
Yeah. And then that's his assistant, and he charges $200 per main mix.
But hold on.
My first album was mastered by somebody like that. Like he did like the I forget the real type of like the hardware, the actual
analog,
hardware,
yep,
like analog, and like I paid $200 a record.
$1,000 per mix is what? That's crazy.
But that's
this
Atmos. This is Atmos though.
Like
an Atmos mix is gonna run you about a band.
Yeah, but hold up.
A good Atmos mix is gonna run you about a band because my homie's Rihanna's Atmos engineer, and prices go up.
They go crazy.
Hold up. We're talking to up and coming musicians here, artists. They can't pay $350 for a fucking master.
A lot of our audience is scammers and drug dealers. They can afford it.
Stop. Don't get me tight. Stop. Stop.
You guys
Hold on.
But they'll pay $800 for the PS6, though, right? They gonna pay $800, $1,000 for the PS6.
That's hours of enjoyment.
They don't really want it,
Listen,
Dallas.
you saying you're not gonna pay $350 for that, but niggas will pay a band to do a 10-minute set in front of niggas that don't want to see you. That are not there to see you, nigga.
Also
Nobody's
stupid.
there to see you, bro.
Also stupid.
Nobody's there to see you, bro. And versus me doing this, if I pay you $300, you have to listen to me for 3 hours, bro. And if I'm fired, you're gonna hit me back, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, bro, who are you?" Or if not,
is he though?
Bro, come on.
He's just running shit through his desk, dude. He's working with the biggest names in the game.
But you can't deny talent, bro. Why you think Timbaland is still on TikTok?
You know what else though? You're playing for the name. Because then you could say that my stuff was mastered.
Nobody gives a fuck about that.
Yes,
Some people do. Some people do.
No fan gives a fuck about that.
No fan does. Not he's right. Not the fans, but for the industry.
Yes.
They're not listening to your music.
No, but
but you get like, for example, like you get a little bit more respect.
I've seen T-Pain literally call somebody out like on his live and be like, "Yo, this shit fire," and like that next week that person had way more views.
I think something like this, like me paying, like AI is great for the person that wants to do it independently and really doesn't want to go through a third party and do all that. Like, I could pay a membership through AI.
Before you say that, try this AI thing though.
Nah, I am. I seen it on LinkedIn, but you know, there's a couple AI master when they come out. So
but to your point, and to your point earlier about the team, the more people that are involved in this, the more likely it is potentially that it works out.
Exactly.
Like for you. So like, yeah, you can do a lot of things on your own. And that's why the fallacy of like the does it everything artist, I think it's good to an extent, but now you have a lot less people that give a shit whether you win or not.
Here's the thing, right? To answer this marketing stuff with this money, right?
Yeah,
one of the big things that I would do actually throughout the process of creating the album or whatever would be to pay for the right A&R to bring the right people in. Because then, okay, maybe that relationship thing with the feature, it's not going to be this much because he knows bro. So bro's going to do it off the arm for him. You know what I mean? And be like, oh, I'm going to bring, then now I have these big name features on my project. Like how? Well, because like I paid for the right A&R. Like I paid that guy. You know what I mean? It's like I'm paying a fisherman rather than going and trying to get the biggest boat myself. Like, bro, he knows what he's doing, bro. Like, let's not act like I'm not reinventing no wheels. You know what I'm saying? I am the artist. I know I can do all this other stuff, but I'm going to pay. Another thing too, you can pay for like a known designer to do your cover. Now, him posting it is going to get you vibes because he's super known. You know what I mean? It's all like, it's the non-traditional things. Like everybody thinks, oh, ad spend. No, bro, use that too. But you have to do like smart moves outside of that. And it's all relationship building. The thing about this industry, a lot of people fail to realize, paying people for what they do is a part of relationship building.
Yes.
Like that means you believe in them enough
Yes.
to put money in their pocket. Like for example, perfect example, these guys are paying us. And it was off top the first thing they said to us. That's why we're so involved. It's not the money, it's the respect. It's like, yo, I don't even want you to do this without, you know, when Will called, he off top, like, yo, before I start, I'm letting you know I'm paying you and I'm flying you out here. Bet. I don't even, like, we could talk numbers, but like, let's talk what it is first. You know what I'm saying? Because he showed respect. You know what I mean? And gained respect. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't know each other. This is my bro now. I told him yesterday, like, yo, whatever you guys keep doing, if I can help, I want to. Because I believe in you guys. Because it's all respect and love. And since we talking respect and love, we got James Rogers coming in. Come on, James Rogers. Let's go. Shout out James Rogers, man.
Yes,
hey, yo,
sir.
if Boston knows about Caliph, it's his fault. He's the reason. My brother James Rogers, man. Yeah.
Have a seat anywhere, brother?
Yeah.
But absolutely, I appreciate that respect. And listen, the reason why I feel the way that I do is I've been an artist a long time. I know how hard it is to get paid. I know what the disrespect feels like. And I would never do that to another artist. Like never, ever. And it's crazy to me when I hear of an artist that like wants to exploit the way that they've been exploited just because it's the way that it's been. I understand
Terrible.
It's a trauma response. But like at the end of the day, we have to break that cycle in order to get to the point where everybody understands, no, we should be paying each other. There's time for collaboration, don't get me wrong. But when you have that respect in the first place, you can get anything done.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like, bro, we got to be realistic. It's 2025. You need the bread to do this. Like, everything costs. But where are you spending it? That's what matters. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't watch artists make the mistakes. I didn't watch artists mistakenly make the right move. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, like, what can you learn from this to take it to the next level? My thing is, I'm not reinventing any wheels. You give me the money, I'm getting the person that knows how to do this at the highest level to do that for me. And then we're going to work together and become a team. Because I believe in myself. I believe that I'm going to be at that high level with the music, with the lyrics, with the songs. So I'm getting the bread, I'm getting those people. That's why I said it's clip for everybody, because I already know. I got my list.
Yeah,
I know.
But you see how he just said something that hit it on the point. A lot of people, I think, like, you know, we talk about like the success and like kind of how to get to places. I ain't gonna say no names, but I was talking to somebody recently and they were like, yo, bro, like if I could work with somebody, bro, it would be Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
And now he was like, bro, like if I just had the chance, bro, like I would be set. Like I only need that chance. So I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, bro, name me 5 producers that produce for Kendrick. He was like, 1, 2. I was like, yo, bro, name me 5 engineers that engineered for Kendrick. It's one. I was like, yo, what were his last 5 venues he performed at? What was his first album? If a 5-minute conversation really became a 45-minute conversation, you would look more like a fan than you would be as someone that can talk business to them, because you always thought that it would never be realistic. So I think one of the main problems that we have now is people live in this world. And when I say people, I mean the people in the music that we're around now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we live in this world where it's like, you need to know where you're going. You need to know who's who. If you want to be around, I don't know, a Drake, you need to know the 30 niggas that's around Drake. You
Absolutely.
need to know it's paying. It's not about me trying to like, I'm trying to know, like I'm trying to stalk. No, you're paying your dues. You need
Literally.
to if I want to get to you and I can't get to you, I promise you 20 of your niggas gonna be like, there's somebody looking for you.
You know what? It's kind of like a good comparison.
You
If
get
play
what I'm
video
saying? Like
games,
it's not
like,
hard. And that's why people say, I'm sorry, that's why people say the industry's not that big, bro. It's not.
It's not.
No, it's not.
If you know who you want, that world becomes very fucking
you can get
small.
there pretty quick if you had to.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like it becomes very small.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, but it's like when you play video games and you skip all the levels and go straight to the last boss, thinking that you're gonna win.
And
No,
you
it's
die.
like- yeah, you die.
And you
instantly.
die.
You don't even get to talk.
And
just like,
you die.
You're not going to beat World 8-8.
They literally
AOA.
left you the game open so you could go to the boss specifically so they could throw you.
Yeah.
What was it, Tekken? That you could, when you play Tekken, you could verse the final boss, right?
Well,
I think
Zelda was the original.
No,
that was the
and
reference just
Elden
now,
Ring,
right? App? Yeah, with the Zelda reference. That was fire.
Yeah, there was a couple one that you could do
No, I
that,
was
but you
thinking about
died
Mario.
every time.
Every
The
time.
earliest reference for that is, for me, was Aladdin. Aladdin on the Sega, you could like, get to the last level. You're like, oh,
yeah, but you wouldn't have no apples to kill Jafar.
Yeah, you feel me? Exactly. See, and then you go to Jafar and you get off, bro. You got to. So it's like that's a great comparison. That's a great comparison. It's like, why would I skip all these steps? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
People, you can't skip the grind, dog. And that's in every industry. You could be fucking selling apples. You better know the motherfucker that owns the farm and the nigga who works and picks them fucking apples. Like, you got to just know the game that you're in.
Bro, it gets so easy.
Yourself.
It gets so easy like that too. You almost don't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, shout out my boy Trey. He's the one who introduced me. And shout out to damn, I'm forgetting her name. So I'm not even gonna bring her up.
Shout out to Homegirl.
Shout out to Homegirl. Shout out to Trey and shout out to Homegirl. Wait, no, I know her name. Timar.
Oh yeah,
right?
Come on.
I was thinking teacup. I was like teacup. I was like, where's the T from?
I'm a lit teacup.
Timar, yeah.
So he was about to get a crazy
one of my
phone call.
favorite artists out of here, one of my favorite people out of here.
She's nasty.
Like, first as a person, right? Sorry, sis, I know I forgot your name for a little bit, but I'm bad with names. I love you.
We're clipping this, by the way.
She had like a party. It was like a jam session at her crib. My boy Trey's there. I haven't seen Trey while I was in LA. I'm there. We're at the jam session. It's my turn with the mic. I freestyle a whole song, bring the hook back, yada, yada. Everybody's like, yo, who is this guy? And then she's like, yo, that's my boy Caliph, da, da, da. He's great. He's an artist from Mass, da, da, da. Then Trey walks in, and he's been my man. He's actually the first person I met out here outside of the people that I knew, because I would get off the Datco, right? Walk across the park, walk to Newberry, and he worked at the Karma Loop, and we just chopped up. And he became the homie, right?
Used to be shit,
Karma Loop was dope, bro. And then Trey's there, but Trey's standing next to P, dude who made this beat, music supervisor for all these shows. Now I get invited for the Day Clone Tyrone writing camp. Oh, it's this week. Oh, tomorrow's the last day. You should pull up. Just because of real relationships, just because of people that I knew and cared about. Then, because Trey's his mans and Trey tells him I'm really his homie, now me and P, it's like mad natural. It's not like he's not a music supervisor. He's my dog. He's my dog P, you feel me? So that being the case, I'm in there. This is what happened to me. I have this thing where sometimes I just like respect the situation. I'm just going to be humble and be a fly on the wall, right? I was getting pressed to get on a record. I got pressed to get on a record, got my first placement, first real sync placement in Day Clone Tyrone. Just off of that, right? And then that trickled into the Insecure Camp thing. And it trickles into
what year was that?
Well, that was 20, honestly, like since COVID, bro, everything's a blur, bro. Like, I don't know.
They Clone Tyrone come out 2023?
COVID was like
yeah, so it was like, but that movie was worked on for a while. Like, it was like 2020, 2021 type. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, how do you don't just jump from a jam session at your homegirl's crib to working on Day Clone Tyrone. But you do. It's that easy when it's real. Mm-hmm. When you make real relationships with people and you don't like let them go because you can't gain from bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that being the case, it turned into something real. I'm in the sync world a lot. Like, P be hitting me. Like, yo, we need this for this. Send them 10 records. Yo, this one works. Bet. You know what I mean? Free cheese. I look at it as free cheese. I made this song for my album. I'm getting free cheese off it over here. Bet. But that came from real people in my life. It didn't come from a superficial relationship. And I think that's what people have to spend their time doing. And it's hard to do if you don't have a personality or you can't be a people's person, yada, yada. But it's like, bro, step outside your comfort zone. I'm actually naturally a shy person. I've always been. But you see and you know me. I'm Abdul's very shy. Caliph is in your face. You know what I mean? And that's just the balance, you know? But I can't say I've gotten it anywhere without people that I know and respected and that like they respected me as well.
It's everything.
It's
building
the
those
whole thing.
relationships. It really is the whole thing, you know, and that's a reason to move, especially if you're from a small town. Like people that live in Boston or a town or a city like this, I debate if you have to move out, right? It's debatable because there's a lot going on here. But that is a thing that you just can't find in a small place,
yeah,
right?
You can't. And it goes deeper and deeper. It goes like, for example, like, okay, we'll talk about the Grammy. I'll tell you what trickled into the Grammys, right? Mm-hmm. So I went to DC to protest for the DREAM Act, right? Like I said before, I met a lot of immigrants there. Like we were talking about like our life stories, right? Like I met this homegirl. I didn't even know. So I was doing a lot of like immigration work in the Boston, New Bedford area. This girl from Miami was following me off of that and like songs that I've made about being an immigrant. She knew about the DC trip. I didn't. She sends me a message like, yo, they're looking for artists to go and like perform there. Okay, bet. I hit them up. They fly me out. Now I'm in DC. I'm in DC protesting. I don't know that Spotify and these people that are working on this Immigrant album told them we're looking for artists. They tell them about me. That was 2 years before Doug reached out. And I tell this girl all the time, like, cause we be talking on IG. I'm like, yo, you literally like are the reason I have Grammys. She's like, chill out. I just put you onto this protesting thing. How?
Nah, but you did a lot.
She took that one moment to like, but why? Because when I met her, it was respect. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a vibe. We cool. It's just we friends. We relate. Bang.
So basically, you're saying you got the Grammys because of Trump. Because that's the reason you protested.
Yo, bro, don't be oppy. We already got one oppy.
Yo, what's up with this? Yo, what's up with this oppy energy, man? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you feel me? It's real oppy.
What's going on, bro? Y'all thought, yo, manito,
That's when it existed.
Keep that,
I'm glad I'm on this side.
It's true. If Hillary had won.
But just
No
so I can
Grammys.
collect
He said, "Primo."
from my 100 grand.
I'm out of here.
Marketing features.
Honestly, 100 grand, people. Relationship. Doesn't matter where, but that's the route.
Yeah, when you're pitching new businesses, and you know this as well as I do because of the pitch deck work that you do, they look at the team slide first a lot of times to see who they're talking about. What have you accomplished? What kind of traction do you have?
We're human. We thrive on connection. Everything else is off the connection.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's really it. You know, like, this conversation wouldn't be this comfortable if we didn't meet and have conversations. You know what I'm saying? Already. Like, we met before.
Right.
So now I was like, and it's funny because I always wanted to come here, but I was like, it's going to naturally happen. And it does. And that's what I tell people when they're like, yo, Leaf, let's make a song. I'm like, let it naturally happen. Some people think it's like an ego thing. But I swear, every time that first time it naturally happened, it's a hit. Because the reason why it naturally happened is because we became homies first.
Facts.
Now there's a relationship there. The song is a reflection of that. I've done records with people where like our relationship wasn't that ill. The record was crazy. But then I've done relationships with, records with people that I had a great relationship with. The record is kind of not that crazy to me, but it goes way further. Energy doesn't lie. You can make a banger with a dickhead. No one wants that.
You can make a banger with a dickhead. It's crazy.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to hear that song because they know that the other half of that record is an asshole. Like, there are people who think I'm an asshole who don't listen to records because of me or so on. You know, we're not perfect to everybody, you know? Like, why would I, bro, if I have my biggest record with you, but for some reason you're oppie, now what's going on with my tour? Dime, manito, dime.
No, it's just gonna be mad conflict and shit. The people are divas. Like that, didn't that happen with fucking R. Kelly and Hove?
And Hove, yeah.
Yeah. They made that record. It was huge, and then didn't the tour get like they were like, fuck that, we're not doing that ever again.
Wasn't there
Sounds like bad
allegedly
business.
somebody stabbed him? Like, wasn't it allegedly?
There was a big fight, and somebody got maced, and somebody did get stabbed.
Yeah.
I know that.
Damn.
You know what's crazy about that? I heard that Jay-Z did the Blueprint in a week because he thought he was gonna go to jail for that.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's like his best record.
Yeah. But bro, think about it. Like, it's vibes, bro. He was just in that space, like, dog, like, I gotta get this out. You feel me? It's vibes, bro.
Damn. Yo, I saw a cool, a really creative marketing clip on social media. Will you pull that up, Vinny? So check this out. Let me see what you guys think.
So Benny Blanco hits me up, right?
No way.
Sends me this
Benny
clip.
Blanco?
Yeah. It sends me this clip, and it's the Kid Leroy speaking on a podcast. So I start watching it, and just check this out.
A lot of people think me and him got beef or whatever, just because he like kind of sounds like me, you know?
So Leroy's got beef with someone. Like what? What are we?
Bro, it's AI.
Dude, no, it's not.
Dude, but of course it's AI. The kid has 0 followers. Watch it again.
I actually heard same thing a couple of days ago. I couldn't believe he made the beat.
It is AI.
Thank you. So basically what he does is he gets you to watch
I feel like this video is AI.
You got it, right?
Stick around because the music's actually fucking fire, dude. It's genius.
Well, then what are we doing, dude? Play a song.
Bet he's dropping this one tonight.
You caught that right away?
Yeah, this
You
video
guys see what happened there?
is the promotion for the song that he's talking shit about in the video.
Yeah.
And that's genius as fuck.
Inception.
This is why satire shit like this goes viral, bro. This is why when people be like, yo, B, I be seeing you do the comedy skits and shit and all this shit, bro. I don't know, you should just post the guitar shit. No, bro, I always post a funny shit because that shit makes me laugh, bro.
Yeah.
And that's more retention.
It goes back to
value.
them seeing the human, bro.
I'll post my guitar videos all day, but in between that, I'm trying to be funny too.
You're smart.
Bro.
You're smart too because you put your music in the funny shit.
Absolutely.
Right? Because it is risky to just like do separate funny shit when you're trying to push your music because you'll get followers for your funny shit.
Right.
But if you tie your music in with the funny shit, bang. I thought that was
perfect.
incredibly
I felt like
slick.
I was going through a psychological, like an acid trip watching that. No bullshit. I looked like I was like,
that whole shit was a mind fuck.
Yeah,
it was great.
Is this AI right now?
I think shit like that,
shit popping up on the screen.
Dallas,
and shit,
you already
like,
know how you feeling about shit like that. I'll be like the devil's advocate. I just like shit like that.
It's like you're reaching, but people gotta get creative.
Like it's creative.
It's kind of like, ha, gotcha.
It also comes down to like everybody individually, like as a consumer, like what you prefer. Like me as a consumer listening to music, I would prefer to listen to like a real, like a podcast. You talk about some real shit versus it being, or not even a podcast, but like a visual clip of something that's more memorable.
Like a quote, yeah.
Versus me trying to laugh. If I want to laugh, I search up some.
I think you need both.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's
as I
tough
said,
right now, though, because you got to stand out.
Yeah,
it's per consumer.
It depends.
You know what I'm saying?
Some people, they have that personality where they can go and extend into like, so I know musicians that are skateboarders, bro, that like they're not going to make it separate Instagram because they have another hobby that, you know what I mean? So like,
I don't really believe in that. Like you, like if you want to run 2 different pages for like 2 different things, cool. But like, I don't be in agreement with.
I mean,
like, I have like
bro, we're humans.
No,
Like-
and everybody's brand is different, right? Like if cracking jokes isn't your thing, then don't do that. Like, but maybe skateboarding is your thing. Maybe baking is your thing. Maybe whatever it is your thing.
Yeah, like
you know?
I be cooking on my stories all the time. And people be like, yo, Leaf, bro, make content of that. I'm like, I am, but bro, like the content is on the story, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Commenting on this, I need you to comment on my last post, bro.
Yeah, I be doing that. I'll play my songs while I'm cooking, or sometimes I'll play other songs. Like when I make Spanish type of music, I'll play salsa and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And rock with that because it actually influences how you're cooking. You know what I mean? So
I think people throw a lot of good content away on their stories, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've heard that about myself.
You can regurgitate it. You can just like save it and then post it
but
as
a lot of
well.
people don't.
Yeah, I've learned to do that now. Like sometimes I'll just clip something up for my story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is. My story is your story's a good place to gauge how good the content is,
That's
and
true.
then you could use that. Like for example, I go from the story to a reel or from the story to a dump. Like if it went well on the story, I'll put it in a dump and it'll keep going. You know what I mean?
You know what I've been getting engagement on? Mad funny. My notes on Instagram.
Really?
Because I do a joke every day about people smoking mids. I said this the last time. But yo, so like my last one was like, I used to have a family, but I left my wife because she smokes mids. Like it's shit like that.
That's good.
And it's
That's
like, yo,
good.
it's like shit like, and it's like your father's never came back because he heard you smoke mids, # where's the milk, shit like that. You know what I mean? But like, yo, and then I get DMs every day, like, yo, from mad random people from the weed industry to the music to regular people be like, yo,
you should be cracking jokes.
Yo, I look forward to this every day. And my other one that was hilarious, I was like, if your loved ones smoke mids, abandon your family. Yo, but don't smoke mids, guys. But no, what I mean is like, you have to stack the engagement. So you have to post a story. You should be posting on your grid. You should be posting the notes, man. It's mad funny because people feel like they're really with you. You feel me?
Boosting your posts too. I've noticed that has helped like mad. Like my views have gone up since I've been putting money behind my posts.
Yeah.
Also,
now it'd be a question for me, right? Like, cause like I'll be like, yo, if I want to post next year, my nigga, I'll post next year in the traction. Like, are you trying to post more because you're trying to keep the amount of likes consistent? Because sometimes
the algorithm doesn't always work like that though. Like for example, every Ramadan I take like at least 2 weeks off.
Y'all heard
social
about
media.
that feature where you can reset your feed, right?
Reset your
Like
feed as in
unfollow
what?
everybody? What do you mean?
Nah, like on Instagram,
like
basically,
your
like you could
You
like
reset
you could
your
go,
algorithm.
yeah, you could reset like your algorithm.
Oh, that's
Probably-
fire.
That's
I don't
what
know.
you
Put me on.
see. That's what
Yeah,
you
Nah,
see.
it's in your settings. If you
You
go into your
gotta put me
settings
on.
on
Bet.
IG, check
I'll
it out.
check it. I'll look it
Yeah.
up.
That's just
But-
as a user though, not as a poster.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Right, for your
what
own
you're- it's what you're
preferences,
fed.
for what you want to see.
They left
yeah,
that
yeah.
out.
I might need to do that.
Because that would have been too easy for
Got it.
everybody.
What were you saying about Ramadan?
So
though?
every Ramadan, I stay off like social media for a certain amount of time.
Mhm.
I always have this worry, like when I come back, will my traction be the same? This year, it worked in my advantage. It goes up because it's like people are yearning for you. And sometimes when you're in everybody's face all the time, because I'm guilty of that sometimes. Like you see me on a story going crazy all day. Like yesterday was one of those days. I'm going crazy all day. You know what I'm saying? Then
Yeah.
it'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to see Calip's story. And
Yeah.
there'll be nothing. Then it's like you get a week of nothing and then I come back, it goes up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it also depends, like, because like it's all like interactive things. Like what I like, the people that like me don't like sometimes. So I'll post something that I like. And if people don't like it, they're closing, like they're swiping to the next story, closing out the story, whatever, like swiping past something. And I kind of learned to gauge what to post and what not to post based on like, because like, I'll do something like this too. And also if they know you're an artist and you're posting links to your music, it's getting throttled.
The algorithm
Listen,
does it. Absolutely.
It's getting throttled. Get creative because they know this is what you're selling.
Yeah.
And they're
It's
like,
another
oh, okay,
commercial, bro.
let's
It's why
throttle him so he boosts it. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
why
That's
you can't
all
say
it
link.
is.
You can't say link in bio in the caption. Like you haven't been
Yeah.
able to for
Right,
years.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want you leaving the platform.
Yeah.
They want people watching and sitting and watching.
Yeah.
And I think people sometimes like fuck up when they run ads. I think because it runs into a situation like people will try to run an ad while it has no traction. Like you're supposed to run an ad when you see it organically.
Like 3-4 days after type
Yeah,
shit.
well,
Yeah.
so
like,
start
or,
this is
like
doing
well.
organically,
Yeah.
if it's
Push it.
making traction, then okay, let
Yeah.
me.
Put money on
But
that
if it's
one.
not making no traction, that's
Yeah,
just
it's
about
not
to
gonna-
be
It's bad creative.
everywhere.
It's
Also,
bad creative.
Instagram is only one place.
Yeah.
There are so many places.
Yeah.
Like right now, for example, like I'm not too keen on Discord, right? But my little brother is super keen. I was at his crib the other day. I was like, yo, I need one favor from you. He's like, well, I'm like, teach me how to use this. I'm like, because I know I can run it up on here. Because I'm a community type of person. And that's a very community-based platform. You know what I mean? So he's about to teach me, and I'm about to turn that up.
I think social media is going towards communities like that because people have gotten so exhausted with like these massive networks where it's just everything is flying at you. We're starting to crave like, I need a niche in like give my
You know
community.
what's becoming a part of a community? LinkedIn, bro. If you work in a certain industry, you could be an entertainer.
Nigga, I've been
That's-
saying this, dog.
Yo, yes. Like I work in the weed industry. There's a weed industry LinkedIn community. Like everyone just talks about it. You can find the president, buyer, everything you
message
need
them.
on LinkedIn. Yes,
Yeah.
you can
If
message them direct.
If you pay for an account,
yeah. You
That
can
shit's
message
expensive, by
and
the
if
way.
you're smart, you get the first 3 months free.
It's a good investment, though.
Bro, you
And
can
it's
you can
$0
message
down.
people. You can message an A&R. You
Yes.
can message a producer. You can message this, that, and the third on LinkedIn.
Like all the Berkeley niggas, it's all on LinkedIn.
Mhm.
All the all.
They probably got a course. They probably got a course at Berkeley
It's crazy.
teaching them how to move through
Is there
that.
a course? Is there a course in LinkedIn, guys? Yeah.
Is there
at
a course
Berkeley?
on like how to?
They just tell you to set one up.
You got
GPT.
LinkedIn? I fucking knew it.
I mean,
He looks like a LinkedIn motherfucker, though.
fucking knew
Yo,
it.
bro in the
Yeah.
back keeps messing me up because he got the glasses and the orange beanie like 3 stacks, and I keep thinking it's 3 stacks, bro.
Yo,
Bro,
bro.
I thought I recognized them too, by the way. I was
Yeah, I was like,
"Do
is that 3 stacks, bro? Where the flute at?
With a flute.
With a piano.
Hey,
No,
yeah.
but what you say about LinkedIn though, I think LinkedIn is a very big thing because
Slept
you
on.
can see the company it relates to. You can see the staff that's under it. You can build so many things, and like if you just search up, like for example, a lot of niggas don't know, but if you go on Clubhouse and you just, I know it's an old thing, but if
Niggas
you go
still
on
use
Clubhouse, bro, if you go on
don't
Clubhouse,
sleep on Clubhouse.
and you type
I'm
in,
sleeping.
if you type in, let's say Republic Records on the search, it'll literally give you every contact that says
Yeah,
Republic
bro, it's
Records
fucking
in their
nuts,
bio.
dog. Yep.
Like if you type in Interscope, it'll say if it says Interscope anywhere in their bio,
Yes.
name, anything, it'll literally give you.
You can go on the
hundreds,
Interscope
bro.
page, and then on the side it'll be like,
And then if they
these
got the
people are their
IG?
employees.
Now here's another layer, right? Find out the people that Interscope hires, the smaller companies, and do that those people because they're more accessible.
Right.
Because Interscope is getting a million emails. But you email the person at Interscope knows who that person knows.
Fuck that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And talk to them.
He's trying to find something to give to the Interscope
Exactly.
guys, right?
The person who's trying to find something to prove himself to Interscope. Maybe he did it once or twice. But you could be that third time and you know, and that's the charm. You feel me? Like, and but it's like, what's up?
No, let me tell you something else really important. I guarantee you the money is on LinkedIn too.
100%.
Your next venture capitalist, your next investor, very likely is on there somewhere.
Yeah.
You just don't know him yet.
You know what else about LinkedIn is it's not a social media network that's flooded with content.
Yeah, no.
So you can post your shit there.
Like, you don't take a lot of
you
shit
can
down,
learn a lot
bro.
from that content about the person that you want to talk to. You don't necessarily, especially if they're active on there, you learn what's really important to them, and then it's a wrap at that point.
I think LinkedIn is very like the and you know I'll be bitching about standard. Like the standard on LinkedIn, like you can't post anything that's like below average. It's just not gonna work out for you. Like, it's not like
you gotta tread lightly on LinkedIn, but also like just represent yourself well. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's what it is. You have to have a very good brand identity if you're on Linked'n.
Yeah.
Like you have to make sure, because even if you try to fill in your LinkedIn, like your profile, if you've never worked on your brand, it's very hard for you to fill all that information out and have like certain things, skill sets and things that you've done. Like if you don't have all that, when you start to fill it out, you're like, oh,
check.
You know what's crazy is the engagement on LinkedIn too.
Dumb
like
crazy.
and the thing that LinkedIn does better than most platforms is if there's activity on people they have mutuals with, they'll let you know. Like I get an email, a text notification, I'll get everything, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, your mutual connection to what? Let me click on that. I do it a lot, I noticed. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I've ever been come close when I was addicted to Twitter, that's what it happened to. Like Twitter be taking all
addicted, bro.
No, but it's tough not to, bro.
You deleted Twitter?
Oh yeah.
Why?
I'm about to. I was thinking about doing it.
Time on
I was thinking about doing that recently.
Bro, I can't. It's just too much to look at.
Bro.
My brain.
Bad for your head.
People on Twitter, stop. All right. Some of the posts y'all be doing is like, yo, don't y'all have any respect?
There's a lot of engagement farming.
Yeah, but
I'll say this about Twitter, right? And this is a personal thing.
The fights are the best.
I was on Twitter while I was dealing with like real life immigration stuff, like being depressed. And I said a lot of stuff that I wasn't proud of. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of times, like I would go back and delete it. Or like
say it on the show
there was a time, absolutely, I just said it. You know what I'm saying? Like say what I said? Nah, chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we're human.
You see the IP
but
shit?
Here's this,
right?
We're human beings, right? So like I'm not 10 for 10 every day. So that on a day that I'm 1 out of 10, like the lowest version of myself, and I say a tweet, that doesn't really represent me. But to everybody who's reading that, like, damn, Leaf is bugging. He's a dickhead. Look at him. He sounds nuts.
You know what
like,
I do
what?
on Twitter?
This nigga's ego's flaring up. Like, what's up? Who the fuck does he think he is?
You know what I do, bro? I write it out and I'd be like, nah, bro. And I delete it.
Because I used to be on Twitter a lot. But Twitter, like, when it first came out, it was great. Like, James Rogers right here, like, GK, Good Karma is how I like started being known in Boston, right? GK, that's why on IG is still Caliph GK, because I'm never gonna like drop that, you know what I'm saying? But like we were on Twitter like a community, like group text was on Twitter. We would be like, yo, where we going today? We're about to do this. Like we had so much fun, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had GK on this stuff. It was just like, and like everybody knew that it was us just constantly talking about, we would be like, yo, there's a show, let's go there. Then more people would come because they see it on the thread. But then Twitter became something different.
I don't know why people don't use broadcast channels on Instagram like that.
I don't know.
Because
it's a public group chat.
They can't reply.
No, you can add. I try to do it with you guys.
Yeah, but
you can add people to it, and then you can reply to each other.
It's just another spam on Instagram.
I've tried that with my broadcast channel because I'm like, I'd like to engage with when I'm streaming.
Yeah.
But the thing is you have to ask the chat who wants to be an admin, which gives like the mystic, like it gives the magic away.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like you take a group like that, say you GK, right? And you add everybody as contributors to your broadcast channel. And then you guys just use that as your group chat and your fans can watch you guys talk.
That's what was going. That's what we were doing on Twitter. It got to a point where I'm not gonna say names, or a couple artists were like, "Yo, who do y'all think y'all are? Y'all on Twitter thinking y'all run the city, bro? I'm just living, bro. Like, can I be who I am with my homies? Like, we was just chilling, bro. Like,
right."
You know, like, but when somebody said that to me, I was like, it's working. like you're bothered by the fact that as a group we're moving so well on a platform.
If you want to find your
people.
haters, they're all on Twitter.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's also where you find
Maybe
people that really fuck with
maybe
you
I should
too.
go to Twitter.
No, that's true.
I'll
That's
find
the thing.
some.
I'd be everywhere, bro. I still think having your own website is just goated. Like it will always be
I think
goated.
that's about to be the new shit
Need
again.
that.
Yeah,
too.
like
Need that.
ever since I
Get a
bro,
website.
what-
Everybody, I'm a web developer. If y'all need y'all site.
Oh,
man.
I might actually.
I'll let you, boy.
I actually might. No
Yeah,
bullshit.
let's get it.
Caliph, you ready for the game of the week?
Let's get it. What we doing?
We're gonna play speed round of cut one.
Cut one.
Yep. So
All right, let's get it.
I'm gonna give you 2 things,
Okay.
each one, and you're gonna decide to cut one. You have to answer right or wrong.
What do you mean right
Like
or wrong?
we're gonna decide if you're right or wrong on your choice.
We're gonna decide if your opinion sucks or not. Basically.
Okay, bet.
Right. Right.
By committee.
A lot of people do. I'm opinionated, so people always tell me it sucks sometimes.
You ready?
Yeah.
Never fuck again, or never make music again.
Never fuck again.
Wow. Okay.
He's the second guy.
So
that said that.
do you have kids?
No, I don't.
So that means no children.
I don't have to fuck to make children in 2025.
I guess you could do artificial insemination, right?
He's got it.
Bad.
He's got it.
good.
and I'll mistakenly have 5 kids.
I guess.
Bro,
One
you,
shot. You feel me?
bro, you Cape
expensive,
Verdean. You
though.
probably
That's
got 5
expensive.
kids right
It's
now.
gonna cost you like $30K.
But the music's gonna pay for that. Remember that 100K? We out.
Okay. All right.
Feel
Okay.
me?
Okay.
Yo,
And any shorty that just listened to that is tight right now. This nigga.
Look, bro, it's not about sex, bro. Yo, and it's crazy because
I'm with you though. Because I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing.
I mean, bro, I'm a loving human being. All the girls that's been in my life know that.
Think about it like this though. That probably means you're dying alone.
Nah, no, it doesn't.
You really think that?
I promise
What
you
if
it
he
don't.
gets with an asexual or whatever, the ones that don't even fucking want to fuck?
Look, bro, I promise you it don't.
You don't
Okay.
trust.
Okay. Okay.
I promise you it don't.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not even trying to say why, but I promise you it don't.
I will leave it
Let's
at that.
get it.
We'll leave it at that. Correct
Uh-huh.
answer. High all the time versus sober forever.
Sober forever.
Sober forever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's a correct answer.
I
in my
disagree.
I'll
opinion.
say this, right? Like me as a person, like because of that third parent, right?
Yeah.
Like all my homies were smoking and drinking early. You know what I mean? I didn't do any of that. Like I think I drank for the first time at 23.
Mhm.
I smoked for the first time at 25 on my 25th birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
After having my documentation, I was like, all right, cool. Now that I'm cool and I don't got like this looming thing over me, I want to try these things that everybody around me is trying. And then I tried it. But yeah, I ain't into that. Like I actually like when I do smoke and I've slowed down a little bit. When I do smoke, I enjoy the process more than the high. I don't like the high. You know what I mean? Like I write in my head. I'm already ADD enough. You think like smoking is gonna help with that? But I do write crazy shit when I'm high.
Right.
But it's like it's almost like when I do that, it's like playing ball with ankle weights. That's why when I was at that camp, sober, I was bodying shit because I'm jumping out the gym. You feel me? Like so. But yeah, nowadays, bro, I prefer. I'm getting old. I prefer, you know what I'm saying, not to do all that.
He docks a point on that. I don't agree.
It is what it is, brother.
Yeah, listen. We're at a dispensary right now. We're trying to support the business.
We're trying to get
Stay out all the
sponsored.
time. Stay out all the fucking
our
time.
new deal.
I'll help sell all the weed for these people. I know plenty of people. Guess what? More for
He's
the
high
homies.
right now. He's a fucking liar. No. No.
I mean,
Okay.
He said
But
you
just
have committed.
FYI, like I swear I have undiagnosed ADHD, and weed is actually the reason I even got a college degree.
Yeah.
Because I like hyper focus on
yeah.
weed.
Fun fact. Another fun fact. My mom used to always tell me, "Oh, don't smoke weed," because I used to have seizures, and she was like, "Oh, it would re-trigger that." I did the research. It helps.
It's the opposite.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
opposite.
saying?
I remember
It's
going
the
to my mom
complete
like, "Yo, ma,
opposite.
like you trying to tell me this, but like here's the research. Like it's the opposite." You know what I mean?
No, but that I feel like that island culture shit. They think weed is crack though. Like
Yeah,
it's kind of like
absolutely.
that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Absolutely.
What? Anything is
dog.
bad. Any and
Other
everything.
than drinking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
other than drinking and having multiple families, that's cool.
Except Vicks.
Oh yeah,
Vicks.
Vicks.
No, but no, you got to say it
vapor
right.
rub?
You got to say "Viva Peru."
Viva Peru.
That's what they say. "Viva Peru." Hey, I learned that from the
In a
Dominicans.
Sprite.
Hey,
Feel me?
listen.
In a Sprite.
He
Okay.
knows. He knows. All right, let's get it to let's
Waffles or pancakes?
waffles.
You're keeping
What?
waffles.
Yes,
You're
bro.
cutting pancakes out
I'm
of your
cutting
life.
pancakes
Yes.
quick.
I love pancakes though, dog.
Quick.
I think
What?
this is,
Yeah.
try to make your case here because this is
First off, there's
controversial
texture
answer.
in waffles. You can get soft and you get a little crunch.
Yeah.
It's a balance. You feel me?
That was such a
A
good
bad
response.
He got it.
A pancake is cool, but you can make a bad pancake way better, way more than a waffle.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Unless they're yititi cakes, which is,
Okay.
you know, hold on, let me put you on to what a yititi cake is. We made this up. GK made this up. Shout out Kadeem. You feel me? Even Michael Christmas would come to the crib back in the day to get a yititi cake. And I'm going to put everybody on how to make it. You season and cook ground beef, right? You just season that.
Yeah.
Right? Now listen, it's crazy. You cook your ground beef however you want to. You season it, right? You make the pancake batter, throw that in the batter, then make the pancake. You'll never regret that.
Okay, so you just, I feel like you just lost yourself that point because that sounds delicious.
But you can make a yititi waffle,
And
which
is
I'm about
it-
to do now. Actually,
Man,
damn.
they
Hamburger
already
in the
kinda
waffle?
do, bro.
Yo, James.
Okay.
I'm about to go make one
James is
myself.
about to.
Okay.
The whole game
You put me on game.
Okay, tell me
The
this.
yititi waffle.
Tell me this. Points on the line. We all know when you got a stack of pancakes and you got the butter,
Mhm.
and maybe they're hamburger pancakes or maybe they're fucking chocolate chip or banana or
You gotta
whatever.
say yititi cakes. Just say that.
Yetiti cakes.
Hamburger
Let's go.
cakes.
Shout out to RP Pops,
Right?
man.
You got that going and you get to that, and that center bite has got all the butter soaked into it, and you get to that bite. That's better than any waffle bite.
No, because the butter is in every square if you do it right on a
It's
waffle,
not all
bro.
soaked in and nice.
Brother, I don't know what type of waffles you've been eating,
I
bro.
spread the butter on the waffle. I get it in
Yeah.
every nook.
Yeah, bro.
Are you questioning
Yeah,
his
you've been
waffle
eating
knowledge right
Eggos.
now?
Bro, I love waffles, bro. I love waffles.
All right. I'm not gonna give you a point there.
You don't got to. It's
Not
cool.
gonna give you a point
Yeah,
there.
see how I said if I'm being me and I
Right.
lose, I'd rather that.
Hey, that's what this is about. We're trying to learn about
Let's
you.
get
here,
it.
Philly
Let's
fan.
get it.
Losing all your old sessions versus never saving a new one.
You're crazy.
That's a good one, bro.
That's unreasonable.
You're.
Listen,
Wait, say it again.
Losing all my old sessions
That's what you would take.
because I believe in myself and I can make better again.
So that's what you would
That's-
cut, right?
that's the right
You would-
answer.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And also, I write in my head, so it's all still here. I'll just re-record them shit.
So that should never left
Feel
you.
me?
So because he's an artist, he can say that though.
Yeah.
Them old
As an
sessions coming
engineer-
back, nigga.
As an engineer, you could, but then you could never record anybody again
No, you could. I would just bounce out the track outs.
and not save.
Not save.
Bam.
Hey, bounce them out
Fuck
and
it.
upload them
Bang,
to the AI shit.
Just do it
And
live.
you feel me?
There you go. See?
I didn't think about the bounce
Because
caveat.
Damn.
deleting old sessions means I'm deleting projects from other people I've been on, this and that, da-da-da.
Everything.
I can't do because that's not even my work. I gotta
Everything.
do. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's
Fuck 'em.
different for somebody who's like an engineer
I
or
can't
something
do
like
it
that,
too,
or like you know what
yeah.
I'm saying. For an artist, for me, it's like, bro, I believe in myself, like, so I'm gonna make better music.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Why would I not want to make the better music stay and keep
and
this
earlier,
OG?
nigga, you
Bro,
gave up pussy
yeah.
instead of music, so you
Yeah,
need
bro,
the new
yo,
music.
you feel me, dog? Like, yeah,
yo,
bro.
Like, you need something. Fuck that. Fuck them old sessions.
Right. Imagine if you chose both of those, then you couldn't fuck, but now you couldn't record new music.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Right. That would
Big
suck.
trouble.
So you
I'm
get
assed out.
Yo, he gets
so
the
I'm
point just
consistent.
off of that.
Yeah.
I'm
you gonna write about
consistent. Feel me? Let's get it.
You wait. The question
Yo,
was not
James
never
Rogers
making
back.
a
Yo,
new
James,
song.
we
It
just
was never
talked about
saving.
Yititi
Saving.
cakes,
Okay.
bro.
Cool. I was.
Crazy.
Here's one that's I'm interested in your answer because you know.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know how much money you got from the Grammy song, but a Grammy with no money versus money with no credit on the song.
Bro, a Grammy with no money.
Yeah.
Why? Because you make money off of that name. All right, peep. You know how many people instantly open the email because it says Grammy award-winning artist? Because you know you have those services that tell you how fast somebody opened the email. My emails get opened up, brother. That's new money. You feel me? Like, I'll take that Grammy. That's M's coming. Like, honestly, it's worked out already. I signed deals because of the Grammy.
Here's my home address. Make sure you send it to me too.
Okay.
Wait, I got a random one.
Yeah.
Pegao or con con?
Nigga, don't fucking piss me off, dog.
Pegao or
Don't
con con?
piss me off,
I'm
dog.
gonna mess you
That
up and
offy
say the
shit.
Senegalese one. It's called Hogne.
Bro, no,
You-
stop it.
Don't
okay?
don't
This is
be
no.
fucking
That
oppy,
sound-
bro.
we can talk
Stop
about
being
that after.
oppy.
We-
All right, nah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm sorry, bro, but I like Kong Kong.
Con con,
You know what I
let's
mean?
go.
I'm sorry, bro. You know what I'm saying? Feel me?
That's what I'm talking
But
about.
I am. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
Turn the mics
listen.
off.
Fuck Pegao. That shit sound like some glue, nigga. I want to eat
Nigga,
that
it
shit.
don't,
Shout out
nigga. It's
Kong Kong.
Pegao, bro. Kong Kong. It's
Kong
the
Kong.
relation between King and Kong, bro.
Kong
It
Kong.
don't make no sense, bro.
Bro, he's tight.
Pegao is the glue at the bottom.
Why
Where
the
do
fuck
you
I want that.
Nigga,
But bro, why do you gotta call it? It's not glue.
You're better off calling it a drumstick or like a chuleta,
It's
bro.
not glue, bro.
Gong gong, bro.
Bro, it's not Elmer's at the bottom holding the rice, bro. It's not glue, bro. It's not.
There we go.
But
The
how about, I
debate
got one for
settled.
you. I got one for you because this is out of both of y'all cultures.
All right.
Ready?
Let's get it.
Habichuela or frijoles?
Habichuela. Come on.
Yeah, because I know both of y'all would say that.
Wait, no, hold on. Yeah, we got it. But I will say I lived in Costa Rica and Panama for a year each.
And them frijoles was hitting,
them
bro.
frijoles, it's every morning. Their breakfast is white rice, black, and frijoles is usually black beans for them. You know what I'm saying? So frijoles and a fried egg.
No, that is bomb, right?
That's it.
I will say it here. Like the Dominican, Puerto Rican, and Cuban
I
beans
ain't gonna
are
lie
the
to you,
best.
yes.
Nah, I'll agree.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all, Dominicans do be having crazy beans, bro.
No,
y'all
facts.
like grandma.
We go hard
Dominican
with the
grandma.
beans.
Yo, who got the best white?
Dominican
You got
grandma
more?
be
You
putting
have
they
more?
foot in that
Okay,
bitch,
one more.
nigga.
So I'm gonna ask this
Is
question.
you shitting me?
Who got the best rice in the game? And I'm not talking about just
To be honest, I don't think what?
Salvies.
You said what?
he got the answer right there.
Asian rice?
That's crazy.
I'm sorry,
I
bro.
thought you
No,
meant
like,
Asians.
look, bro.
I thought he was
no,
talking about
Haitians.
Spanish culture.
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
that
say.
was
I
on
was
my
gonna
list.
say
Haitians.
That was
Because
on my
like
list.
I'll say this right.
Haitian
I'm West African. I'm
rices.
from
It's crazy.
Senegal, so I'm gonna put this on record. I'm from Senegal. Jollof rice is because Wolof people. It comes from us. You Ghanaians and Nigerians. I'll make it better than your moms myself. So let's talk about that.
That's crazy.
But even then,
He
I'm
said, I'm
still
calling
picking
out
Haitian rice over all
No,
of
but
the
listen,
above.
listen.
Haitian rice is so
Yo,
good, bro.
It is bomb.
I ain't gonna lie to you though, but medium grain Spanish rice, dog.
Yo, the arroz
With-
con guandules, bro. Come
Arroz
on,
con gandules, you're wild and crazy
You don't
right
fuck with
now.
arroz con
No, I'm saying that's that shit.
Bet. That's what I mean.
But bro, you gotta,
Yo, I
Haitian
understand.
rice, bro.
But
That
listen,
shit be
dog.
hit. You see how I just
Yo.
reacted, bro? Like,
Yo, listen.
It's so good.
You coming to my aunt's crib for Christmas, dog,
said
and you gonna try that,
I
and then we
bet.
talk.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Let's get it.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
look Dominican enough, bro. I'm
Yeah,
saying you
bro.
related to me.
My name's
working on
Arturo.
barbecues.
You already
do
know.
you get crazy in the kitchen?
No, I kind of suck. My mom's.
I
and my
get
aunts
crazy
and
in
shit.
the
I'm
kitchen.
You get crazy in the
okay.
kitchen?
I'm okay.
You
Yeah, I
said
be
earlier,
cooking.
right? Yeah.
I get crazy in the kitchen.
How about
I be
this?
cooking.
One of these days, it gotta be get crazy in the kitchen.
smoke you.
Like
Yeah,
a
we
high street cook-off?
Stop,
crazy.
Dallas. Stop,
High street
Dallas.
cook-off, bro.
I love
He
you,
got
dog,
MAGA
but
fried
stop.
rice.
Smoke you.
He got what?
MAGA fry.
You're smoking us?
I'll smoke you.
Oh, brother, no, you won't. Brother, you're getting.
I was just watching Hell's Kitchen the other day, bro. Don't listen.
If we doing seafood, I'm smoking everybody.
We gotta
Bro,
do
I'm
this
from New
whole
Bedford.
road.
I'm
You
smoking
said-
everybody. We have the
Yeah,
best seafood in the world,
Give me
bro.
whatever
You can
category.
take that.
I'm
You can-
smoking
yeah,
everybody.
Y'all
seafood,
niggas come out the
seafood.
womb cooking seafood
Seafood,
rice.
seafood.
Literally,
You can
bro.
take that. You can
Like,
take that.
I'm
You can take
smoking
that. You can take
everybody
that.
with the
You can take
seafood.
that.
What?
With the
No,
pastel,
dog.
bro.
Literally.
Oh, with the
I'll make some
pastel,
paella,
with the
fuck you
tuna
up.
in it. Oh, what?
What? Come on, bro.
Okay,
Come on, bro.
Y'all
we
ever had
we go to
patelon? You know what
Cesaria's.
patelon is, right?
What up?
Patelon?
Yeah.
It's like lasagna, but it's with plantains, though.
Oh, I love
shit's
patelon.
crazy.
Oh my
That
god.
shit's crazy.
Dog.
That shit's crazy.
Oh my god. Yo, I could
The
eat
things we
patelon
do
every
with
day.
plantains is crazy.
Every day.
White rice, you can't go
By the
fucking
way,
Y'all ever
wrong.
been to Tipico and Lynn?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like the
That's a
spot.
good spot.
Dang, yo, so wait, if I get patelon and I put it with the Haitian rice,
Nigga, you
that's
might.
You might
Nigga,
go to
that's
jail.
crazy. Bro, what?
How about
That's
this?
insane, bro.
Nigga,
What?
You just broke the code.
No, on dogs, bro.
Call
What?
immigration on you immediately if you do that. That's way too much.
What?
Immediately, bro. I'm like, this nigga's doing too
Yo,
much.
yo, bro.
Yo.
Nah, shout out to Haitian rice though. I
the
love
flag.
Haitian rice, bro.
Yo, by the way, this just reminded me.
What's it called? Grill.
No, I don't think that's.
I know what you're talking about.
Grill.
Though. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name.
Grill. It's the pork. It's the
Yeah.
I'm out of that conversation. I'm not doing that.
My bad.
No,
my bad.
pork on my
Yep.
I gotta read this real quick.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
With some chicharron in it. It's all right.
Because we're talking about Dominican shit, which is it's making me very happy, right? But yo, somebody sent me this Facebook article. They go, yo, what the fuck is wrong with people? A Dominican went into the bathroom, sparked a blunt, then took a shit on the floor in the sink. He had to be standing up straight because the shit on the floor was flat and sticking straight up. I initially thought it was a wallet until the fumes hit me, right? So somebody sent me that because I'm be Dominican as fuck, right? And then I go, it wasn't me, bro. He's like, there's no evidence he was Dominican either, unless that shit was shaped like a plantain. Yeah. I'm sorry.
So you just want to read your own joke?
Y'all are
Insane.
I need real help.
That's one of the notes.
I need real help.
That's one of the notes.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay.
All right, last question.
Oh, that deserves
What's
to go
up?
viral.
Last
For sure.
question.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. I know.
Make a hit or make a classic?
Make a classic. What?
Yeah, that was
Are you
easy.
kidding me? A classic, bro.
Classic.
Correct.
Bro,
That's
what?
correct answer.
Bro, what? A classic isn't a culmination of hits.
Mm.
Like, what are we talking about? And I think like,
You may not get rich off it.
yeah, it's cool, bro. I'm rich in spirit off it, bro. Like, I'm changing people's lives off
Yeah,
it.
you could
It's a
get rich
classic
off
because,
it,
And also
like,
the door to make a hit.
I'm waking
That's an
up
asset.
and banging Lauryn Hill's music before I bang
day.
anything because that's a classic. You know what I'm saying? Food and Liquor by Lupe, classic. You know what I'm saying? Like, Carter 2, classic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me,
You can't
like,
stop the
see, I'm gonna keep going, bro. Like, Reasonable Doubt, classic, bro.
Illmatic, he's on tour with it for right now.
Feel me, dog? Like, there are albums that I will never stop listening to because they're classics. You know what I'm saying? Like, Good Kid, Mad City. Like,
Oh, bro.
like, what are we talking about? You know?
Food.
Correct answer. Good job. You won
Hey,
the game of
let's
the week.
get it. I won the game. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Bang.
Turn me up. Turn me up. Yeah, the original one is called Hon. Y'all better learn that. Hon.
Shout out to that.
Put this on.
Nigga, fuck Kong Kong.
Nigga, no.
This nigga try to eat Elmer's at the bottom of his fucking plate, bro. Like, what are we doing, man?
Yo, y'all are crazy. Yo, what the? It's I'll take that. It's still not fucking Kong Kong, though.
Yeah.
How would you say Elmer's with a Spanish? Elmer?
What, what is it?
Nigga, I got
Elmer's? Elmer, right? Yeah. That's what you want. That's what I'm gonna start saying when they be like, that guy will be like, Elmer? They'll look mad confused. Like, what is he saying, bro?
All right, Caliph. May 30th.
Yes.
Mass represent.
Yes.
I'm
doing old classics, new music.
It's gonna be a party.
A project that's coming out very soon. I'm actually dropping a extension of Free Leaf very soon. Might be the day of the show, might not.
Oh, shit.
Who knows?
Nah, fuck that. You
You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing a lot of old music, a lot of new music, a lot of Afro music. I'm actually doing a Dembo song that I've done. It's just gonna be an international set for me. And I got DJ True Vibes, which is one of the kids I grew up with, and he's one of the most amazing DJs out of New Bedford. Amazing person. He does the best parties in the city. So I was like, bro, I want to throw a party on stage. I want to sometimes finish my song and then Nalinga, that plays and I'm up there like
Go crazy.
and then it drops to the next record. Like, I just want people to have a good time, and that's what I'm trying to do with this show.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's get it.
Word.
May
I can't
30th.
wait. I can't wait.
Let's get it. It's gonna
Shout
be
out to
fun.
you
And it's
guys.
Key's birthday.
Key's birthday.
That's a big
I think I got like a
deal. We're gonna make
35
big
minute
deal about that.
40.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna stretch it to 40.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Elos is killing it right now.
Yep.
You see Trill Manny every single
Yep.
day on your feed.
Yep.
Isha. By the way, I'll say I'm gonna say this on record. Right now, she's my favorite artist out of this area.
She's crazy.
Right now. And GTA, the GTA 2 is literally like drugs to me. I literally wake up and bang that some days. I'm like, GTA. Like, it just puts me in a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? And two other artists that I respect from here that are young too is Tomo, fire, and Sabo.
Love Tomo.
Fire. You
Love
know what I'm
Sabo.
saying? Let's get it. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Shout out to y'all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and put something in the comments. What you
And
like
yo,
tonight.
come to the show, bro. Like,
show.
yo, take that drive to New Bedford, bro. You might meet a Cape Verdean and you'll stay there forever, bro.
As long
You
as
might
you're
meet a
Oppie.
Zoom
me?
into
You
the
might meet
flyer
Yo,
real
might be your
quick.
favorite side
Yo.
piece in New Bedford.
There was a lot of Oppie activity from Dallas, bro.
Yeah. All right, take us out, Vinny. Peace.
We've been on a road to riches, getting to this chicken. From dust to the soap niggas use to wash their dishes. Palms itching, one mean is coming in and the other mean is on its way out. So pay attention to the signs your body give you. A different tone from what Pilates get you. A lack of knowledge from the source could fuck your vibe up with a lot of issues. Look, it's a different story every month. Still we let it fuck us up. Tell me what you running from, I'll say it back in some.